Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Jordy, if you don't know me. And today I tried out a whole bunch of e.l.f. products, e.l.f, eyes, lips, face, and some were good, some weren't so good. If you don't like honest reviews of products, this is not the video for you. You can just go now. But if you would like to know which products I thought were really good and which products didn't work for me, doesn't mean they're not gonna work for you. Please don't be offended if I didn't like a product that you love. Everyone is so different. We're not all gonna like the same stuff. Have any of you guys ever ordered off the e.l.f. website? I literally got a box that was smashed to shit and the makeup was just thrown in the box. There was no bags, there was no bubble wrap, there was no styrofoam. Yay for less garbage, but like, I shook it and I was like, what the hell is this? Like, what would be loose in this box? And that's what it was. It was a whole bunch of makeup that luckily did not break. So I thought that was a bit weird. I probably won't order from their website again. Anyways, if you'd like to see which products I liked and which I didn't like and how I created this everyday wearable makeup look using e.l.f. Cosmetics, then keep watching. Alright, so the first e.l.f. product I'm going to use is the Illuminating Eye Cream, which I believe is a new product. I'm just gonna dab this on my under eye area. It feels nice. It says only to put it on your under eye, but I'm gonna put some on my eyelids too because they get really super dry. Next, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. It smells really strongly of tea tree oil, which I don't mind at all. It feels really nice, but it is really oily. Before I go in with foundation, I'm going to put this e.l.f. Cover Everything Concealer in yellow under my eyes using the e.l.f. concealer brush. Yellow is the opposite color of purple on the color wheel, so this will cancel out any darkness under the eyes before I conceal. For foundation, I got the oil-free SPF 15 sunscreen foundation in the shade Porcelain. I also grabbed a small stippling brush from e.l.f. Just gonna throw some of that on the brush. Color match seems pretty good. I believe this was their lightest shade. It has a really strange smell. I can't quite put my finger on it. Kind of smells like a really old lady's house. I would say this is about a medium coverage. I'm gonna see if I can build it up to a full coverage. I'm gonna go in and blend this out with my sponge a little bit because it is a little bit streaky. It is buildable, but I still would say it's about a medium coverage foundation. Next, I'm going to conceal with this little double-ended guy. This side's a highlighter and this side is a concealer. And this is the shade Fair. And I'm definitely glad that I grabbed that corrector because this is really thin and kind of watery. Definitely not a full coverage concealer. It's not awful though. It feels nice and light. I'm gonna zoom in and show you guys the coverage. I don't know if you can see, but you can definitely still see. I have a couple blemishes on my cheek right here. You can still see. But if medium coverage is more your thing, then this would probably be good. I personally like really full coverage. To set my face makeup, I grabbed this pressed translucent powder because I have tried the HD finishing powder and I did not like it. This is the e.l.f. highlighting brush and I'm going to use it to set under my eyes with this powder. This powder is totally doing that thing where it makes your concealer and foundation lighter coverage, kind of magnifying all of the imperfections on my skin that were somewhat covered by the foundation. I think this powder is going to be a no for me, but I might throw this in my purse and and use it on top of my makeup to mattify it because it does have a really nice finish. I just don't like it as a setting powder. I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. contour palette and see if I can get a little bit more coverage and highlight under my eyes. And keep it from creasing because it's still, with that powder, it's still creasing under my eyes. That brush is shedding little hairs even after being washed. For brows, I grabbed the e.l.f. what is it called? Lock On Brow Cream in light brown. This is nice and creamy, and I really like the color. We will see how it wears. Next, I'm going to gel the hairs in place with the e.l.f. Clear Mascara and Eyebrow Gel Duo. You guys suggested this to me a long time ago, and so I picked it up, and it has become like a staple in my everyday makeup because it is bomb. So I grabbed two products that I wanted to try for contouring. One is the contour palette. I think I got the lightest shade, and then this is the deep bronzer palette because the colors in it looked so nice and cool toned. Here's the bronzer palette, and then here is the contour palette. First, I'm going to try the contour palette, and I'm going to grab this darker shade. I don't want to stick to my skin in just one spot, which very well could just be my skin's fault. Color is so good though. Probably a really weird thing to do, but on the other side, I'm gonna try the deep bronzer palette. And I'm just grabbing the light, non-shimmery shade. Probably a bit too warm, but I like the consistency better. On my forehead, I'm gonna try the lighter shade in the contour palette. Just wanna try them all. That's really nice. For my nose, I am going to use the lighter shade in the contour kit, I think. Maybe not. I'm gonna grab that darker one. Yeah, that one's better. I kind of forgot to talk while I was contouring my nose, but in my opinion, this was like the perfect contour shade for my nose for my pale yellow undertoned skin. I really like these. I think that I will get a lot of use out of these. I wish I would have picked up more eyeshadow palettes because I got the rose gold palette and it has really similar colors to the Love Contours All palette that I did in my NYX tutorial. I'm gonna start by picking up the lightest shade and dusting that all over the lid as a base. Then I'm gonna grab some of this one and put that in the crease. Then I'm gonna darken it up with this matte purpley one. These are definitely not the most pigmented eyeshadows in the world. And I'm not sure I would have filled a rose gold palette with purples. For the lid, I'm gonna grab this really weird sort of blue purple color. Definitely thought that was gonna be darker. I'm gonna grab some of the darkest purple in the palette, have some gold sparkles in it. There we go, that one has some pigment. Doesn't blend very nicely though, this isn't going very well. That's not good, it's not good at all. This is just turning into a muddy mess. I'm going to take a different approach with these eyeshadows. I'm gonna grab some of this color corrector and I'm gonna lay this down as a base for those eyeshadows, see if they stick a bit better. All right, let's try that again. I grab that light color again and throw that down as a base. And since this eyeshadow palette is kind of whack, I'm just gonna keep it soft and neutral. See if I can pack some of those shimmers on matte to taupey purples down in the crease. They're super hard to blend. But I have heard that the Mad for Matte palette too is awesome, so maybe I'll try and get my hands on that one. And I'm gonna grab some of this shimmery shade and I'm just gonna get a bunch of it on my finger. That's pretty. That's rose gold. That looks like my hair. I'm gonna grab some of the dark shade in the contour kit and I'm just gonna use that to darken the crease a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab some of the highlight shade for under my brow bone. It's kind of a weird color. It's kind of like green. That is a mess. Oh well. For liner, I got this e.l.f. felt tip liner. So since the eyeshadow is quite horrendous, I'm just gonna go in and do a big wing. Isn't very black. I do really like this little brush though. Liner is super easy to use. I wish it was a little bit blacker, but for the price, it's pretty good. Moving on to mascara, I got the e.l.f. volumizing mascara. Ooh, this is not half bad. And then while that dries, I'm going to move on to highlighting. This is the Facial Whip. It's like a liquid highlighter. I'm gonna put some of that on my finger. Whoa, this was $1. Pretty nice. Ooh, it smells really nice. It smells fruity. I also got one of the baked highlighters, which I did scrape off the first super chalky layer. And it is not half bad, especially over top of that liquid highlighter. Very glowy. For blush, I got one of the baked blushes in Peachy Cheeky. I don't know if this one's gonna have like a really chalky layer on top. I'll scrape off the top layer with a brush. That's better. Yep. I like glowy blush, but this one is like too much. It really accentuated my texture. Like my whole cheek now is highlighted. I'm gonna go back in with this bronzer palette and just pick up the darkest color. See if I can get a little bit more depth. I'm really not liking my eyelid situation. I can live with that. On the e.l.f. website, they had really cheap lashes and then some cheap but not as cheap lashes. As you can see, these look quite atrocious. But these look really pretty. They're even kind of 3D. Definitely gonna use the Starstruck Luxe Lash Kit. It came with glue, so I guess I'll try that. This might be risky. I know glue that comes with lashes usually isn't the best. While I'm waiting for the glue to get tacky, I'm gonna see if I can go over this liner a little bit. To make it a bit darker. It's just not a super black liner. And yes, I checked, it is the shade black. Put these lashes on now. These lashes are really, really pretty. The lash glue isn't even that bad. And put on a little bit of mascara. For the lips, I got this Shade and Define Big Jumbo Pencil in Nude Natural double-ended. The other side had this like shimmery pink on it, but it broke off when I touched it. Don't really like shimmery lip liner anyway. This is a really pretty lip liner though. I really like the texture. Then I also got this matte lipstick in Praline, which is really pretty too. I'm gonna use some of this brow cream to add some freckles. Last thing I'm going to use is the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set. Sprayed a lot on my face. I do not like that spray bottle. That was too much. Alright, this is my final look. Full face of e.l.f. Cosmetics. I'm going to do a quick little recap on the products that I really liked and the products that I didn't like. Starting with the products that I did not like. I didn't like the concealer. It's just not enough coverage for me. I definitely did not like this powder. It took away the coverage of the makeup. These eyeshadows were not my favorite. I found them really hard to work with, not very pigmented, hard to blend. But I did hear that they have improved their eyeshadow formula because this is an older palette. This might be a nice product, but the spray bottle sprays out way too much product. This blush is a pretty color, but it was just way too shiny for me. If you like really, really shiny blushes, then this blush is for you. I really wanted to love this highlighting brush. I really like the shape of it, but it's kind of doesn't feel very nice on your skin and lost a ton of hairs as I was using it. I like this little stippling brush, and I also like the little concealer brush. I think that the poreless primer is really nice. For a cheap foundation with SPF, I thought this was not bad. I really like the bronzer kit. I really like the contour kit. I think that I'll get a lot of use out of these. They were really nice, cool toned browns for us pale people. I liked the eye cream. It felt nice. I do like this liner. I just really wish it was blacker. I like this yellow corrector. I'll probably get a lot of use out of this one. I think this might be the favorite thing that I tried. This brow cream is awesome. I really like it. I like the lip products. They're really nice. Mascara is okay. I probably won't use it again because I like really clumpy, intense mascara, but this is a nice mascara. I really like these lashes. I think they're super pretty. They're not super dramatic. If I see them in the store, I might grab a few more pairs. You guys know I love this brow gel. Love it. And last but not least, this little facial whip highlighting product is awesome. This is definitely on par with the Cover FX drops. I think I like this better. It smells so good. Alright, that concludes my e.l.f. video. I hope that this is helpful and helps you decide which e.l.f. products you'd like to try for yourself. Please keep in mind that just because something didn't work for me does not mean it's not going to work for you and be incredible and amazing. Please let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more videos like this, what cruelty-free brands you'd like to see me try. I have a whole giant haul of Wet n Wild products coming, so I'm gonna do a full face of Wet n Wild. Hopefully they come soon because I'm really excited about that. And if I missed any of the really super awesome e.l.f. products, please let me know down below and I will pick them up so I can try them. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.